Good morning, student. Welcome back here in your social science class. Today I am going to explain chapter number 3 from civics. Why do we need a parliament? So before going to start the chapter, student, first of all just look at the word here, parliament. Okay, so what do you understand by parliament, or what is a parliament? Here as you can see the picture of parliament building. Okay, the parliament house. So the question come, what do you understand by a parliament? The citizens elect a few people to represent them in the parliament. Okay, so the parliament is made up of all these representatives. These representatives are known as the members of the parliament. One group from among these elected representatives form the government. Later on I will discuss it very deeply, student. So you must know about the parliament. One thing also, the parliament in India, it consists of the president and the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. So student, now look at here. Just proceed the chapter. First of all, we in India, yes, we in India pride ourselves on being a democracy. Here the word come democracy. All of you know the meaning of the democracy because we have already studied chapter 1, the Indian Constitution, here in our social and political life. Okay, so the government of the people, by the people and for the people is called democracy. Okay, what do you understand by democracy? The government of the people, by the people and for the people. So you can say that like this also a way of governing. Okay, democracy can be thought of as power of people. Which power? Yes, power of people, a way of governing which depends on the will of the people. So here we will try and understand the relation between the ideas of participation in decision making, okay, in this chapter, student. So ideas of participation in decision making and the need for all democratic government to have the consent of their citizens. This chapter, now you can say that it is these elements that together make us a democracy, and this is best expressed in the institution of the parliament. Okay, student. So in this chapter we will try to see how the parliament enables citizens. Okay, how the parliament enables citizens of India to participate in decision making and control the government, both things, and thus making it is the most important symbol of Indian democracy and a key feature of the constitution. Constitution meaning, as you all of you know that we have already studied in our previous first chapter also. So a constitution consists of a set of rules and principles. Okay, a constitution consists of a set of rules and regulation and principles to govern the country. Okay, so under this, student, as all of you know that we choose our government. So that's why parliament हमें क्या एनेबल करता है कि जो हमारी सिटीजन्स ऑफ इंडिया हैं वो पार्टिसिपेट करें किस किन चीज़ों में, इन डिसीजन मेकिंग एंड द अनदर कंट्रोल द गवर्नमेंट. Should people decide? Okay, what's the reason behind it? To which thing about the parliament, and people ने क्यों decide किया कि हमें parliament की need है and all these things. Okay, India. Okay, as we know, India became independent on 15th August 1947. Okay, in Indian secularism through the state is not strictly separate in India, as we know, and it became when independent. It became independent on 15th August 1947. You can say that preceding this was a long and difficult struggle in which many sections of society participated. People from various backgrounds, yes, that time people from various backgrounds joined the struggle, and they were inspired by the ideas of freedom, equality and participation in decision making. That time if we talk about under colonial rule. Okay, as you all of you know about colonial rule. Okay, the people did not criticize British government, but the freedom movement changed this situation. That time, under colonial rule, the people had lived in very fear of the British government, and they did not agree with many of the decisions that they took. But they faced grave danger if they tried to criticize these decisions. That time, आपको पता है कि जब हमारी country में Britishers, East India Company came here only at the purpose of the trade, but after that they have started to get territories. Okay, और उन्होंने पूरा अपना गवर्नमेंट पूरी अपना रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन फॉलो करना स्टार्ट कर दिया था इंडिया में. सो as far as if we talk about the as far back as 1885, which year if we talk about 1885, the Indian National Congress, which Congress? Yes, the Indian National Congress demanded that there be elected members in the legislature with the right to discuss the budget and ask question. Okay, in which year? 1885, the Indian National Congress demanded. क्या Congress, Indian National Congress ने demand करा कि that there be elected members in the legislature. Okay, कि legislature में हमारा एक elected members होना चाहिए with the right to discuss and the budget also and ask question. After this, student, so the Government of India Act 1909. Which act? Yes, the Government of India Act, okay, 1909 allow for some elected representation. While these early legislature under the British government were in response to the growing demand of the nationalists, they did not allow for all adults to vote, nor could people participate in decision making. As you read in chapter 1 also, the experience of colonial rule as well as participation of different people in the struggle for freedom left little doubt in the mind of the nationalist that all person in independent India would be able to participate in decision making. So now we were now to be citizen of free country. Okay, or with the coming of the independence we were going to be citizens of a free country. This did not mean that the government could do what it felt like. It meant that the government had to be sensitive to people's need and demands. Government also, okay, the dream and aspiration of the freedom struggle were made. Which thing? Yes, in the Constitution of Independent India that laid down the principle of universal adult franchisee. Okay, which principle? Okay, universal adult franchisee was adopted. It means, student, that all the adult citizens of the country have the right to vote. Okay, if we talk about the all citizens, which age? 18 age. Adult means, okay, 18 or above 18. So they have which right? Yes, they have to right to vote under which thing? Adult फ्रेंचाइजी, यूनिवर्सल एडल्ट फ्रेंचाइजी, कि जो आपके 18 ईयर्स तक के सिटीजन्स हैं और 18 ईयर्स से अबव, उनको पूरा वो राइट है कि वो वोट दे सके और अपनी ही गवर्नमेंट को, अपने ही रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स को चूज कर सके. Just look at the picture here, student, as you can see. So this picture shows a voter. Okay, a voter reading instruction on how to use an electronic voting machine. In short, we can say that EVM, electronic voting machine. So electronic voting machine were used throughout the country for the first time in the 2004 general election. When? Yes, it was used. कब use की गई बेटा ये? 2004 in general election. Here, as you can see, some pictures also. Just look at here the picture of electronic voting machine. So electronic voting is the standard means of conducting elections using electronic voting machine, and it also called EVMS in India. And a voting machine Yes, is a machine used to record or tally votes, as you can see here. Okay, now just come back. So, the use of EVMs in 2004 saved around 1,50,000 trees. How much? Yes, 1,50,000 trees, which would have been cut to produce about 8,000 tons of the paper for printing in the ballot papers. As you all of you know that पहले आपका क्या यूज होता था, बैलेट पेपर यूज होता था. पेपर्स में आपकी स्टैम्प लगती थी, फिर उसको फोल्ड करके एक बॉक्स में डाला जाता था. वी हैव ऑलरेडी स्टडीड ना. सो प्रिंटिंग द बैलेट पेपर्स इंस्टीड नाउ आवर कंट्री इंडिया are using electronic voting machines, and since in which year? 2004 in general elections. Okay, here as you can see the another picture also, this photo. Yes, this photo shows election staff. Here as you can see, election staff using an elephant. Which thing they are using? Yes, using an elephant to carry polling material and EVMs to polling station located in difficult terrain. Now student, people and their representatives. Here as you can see, what is the takeoff point for a democracy? So the takeoff point for a democracy is the idea of consent. Here the word consent. It means permission for something to happen or agreement to do something. Okay, or give permission for something to happen. Just like take an example, I am asking to you student, is it can I take class for tomorrow? Can I take class on tomorrow? क्या मैं कल class ले लूँ? Then you will give me the answer, yes ma'am. So permission for something to happen, or it is agreement. So same as it, the desire or approval and participation of the people. So it is the decision of the people that create a democratic government and decides about its functioning. Okay, approval you can say that of citizens. Okay, so that's why the basic idea in this kind of democracy is that the individual, maybe individual, as you all of you know that we Indians select our representatives under democracy, or the citizens is the most important person, and that is principal, the government as well as other public institution need to have the trust on these citizens. So here, how does the individual give approval to the government? Here the question कि एक कैसे, how does the individual give approval to the government? One way of doing so, as you read, is through elections. Through which thing? Yes, through election people would elect their representatives to the parliament. हमें पता है कि हम ही elections में participate करते हैं. People, हम ही अपने representative को elect करते हैं parliament के लिए. Then one group from among these elected representatives form the government. The parliament, which is made up of all representatives together, control and guide the government. Okay student, then in this sense people throw their chosen representative from the government and all also control. So these are the important thing. First of all, it is the idea of the consent, that is the desire, approval and participation of people. Then the individual or the citizen is the most important person under this. Then the government and other public institutions need to have their trust. The above idea of the representation has been an important theme also, so that's why. Okay, in here in your class 6th also we have already studied, and in class 7th also we have already studied. Okay, social and political life textbooks. You are so much familiar with how representatives are chosen at different levels of the government. Okay, now students, just look at here. Okay, as you can see here on this picture, it is a picture of the Parliament House. Yes, the Parliament of India, in Hindi we can say that Sansad. Okay, so the Parliament of India, Sansad, is the supreme law making institution. It has two houses. The first one is Rajya Sabha and the second one is Lok Sabha. Okay, as you can see the picture here inside the Parliament House. So it has how many houses? Yes, it has two houses. The first one Rajya Sabha and the second one Lok Sabha. Student, Rajya Sabha, it means Council of States. Okay, but it means Council of States with a total strength of 245 members. Okay, and is chaired by the Vice President of India. Later I will explain it very deeply. बेटा मैं बहुत deep से बहुत मतलब explain it. Okay, first you have to just look at these pictures. Then next one is Lok Sabha. It is on House of the People. Got it? The difference between the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha, as you know that, Council of States. Okay, with a total strength of 245 members. And if we talk about the Lok Sabha, House of the People, with a total membership of 545 and presided over by the Speaker. Okay, this is the difference between Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Now student, just look at here. Okay, your next topic is the role of the Parliament. Okay, so as you all of you know that created after 1947. When? Yes, created after 1947, the Indian Parliament is an expression of the faith that the people of India have in the principles of democracy. किसका फेथ? यस, पीपल ऑफ द इंडिया की पार्लियामेंट पे पूरा फेथ रहे. सो पार्लियामेंट इज एन एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ द फेथ दैट द पीपल ऑफ इंडिया हैव इन प्रिंसिपल ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी. These are participation by people in the decision making process. Okay, which thing? Yes, just like decision making. We elect the representative under democracy, as you all of you know that. So we elect our representative directly. So these are participation by the people in the decision process. Okay, decision making process, and government by consent. So consent means all of you know that to agree to something or to allow something to happen. I have given one example also, just like I will ask, is it tomorrow your social science class? Is it okay? So you will give that yes ma'am, and about timing also. So consent means to agree to something to allow, okay, or allow something to happen. So the parliament in our system has immense powers because it is the representative of the people. Whose representative? Yes, representatives of the people. Elections also, just like election to the parliament, are held in a similar manner as they are for the legislature. Okay, as you all of you know about, under this of India consists three things. Okay, how many things? Yeah, the first one President, and the second one Rajya Sabha, and the third one Lok Sabha. As you all of you know about the Rajya Sabha, it means Council of States. Which states? Yes, it means Council of States with a total strength of 245 members. Later on I will explain it very briefly, but now just look at here beta. So Rajya Sabha, as you all of you know about, Council of which thing? Council of State with a total strength of 245 members and is chaired by the Vice President of the India. Now, if we talk about the Lok Sabha, it means House of the People. What it means? It means House of the People with a total membership of 545. Okay, and is presided over by the Speaker. Okay, the Lok Sabha is usually elected once every 5 years. How many years? The Lok Sabha is usually elected once every 5 years. So the country is divided into numerous constituencies. Okay. About the constituency, okay, we have already read this thing in our previous class also, we have already studied, but just take a now quick recap. Okay, if we talk about the constituency, okay, constituency means the district and the residents of a district who elect a legislature or an official. Legislator means a person who makes laws, or in simple terms you can say that who writes and passes law. So now you got it, the meaning of the constituency, all of you. One of the official areas here, if we talk about our country India, okay, one of the official areas of the country that elects someone to represent it in a parliament or legislature. Each of these constituency, okay, each of these constituency elects one person. How much person? Each of each of these constituency elects one person to the parliament, and the candidates who contest election usually belong to the different political parties. Now student, as you all of you know the meaning of the constituencies, and as you know, Indian Parliament is an expression of the faith that the people of the India have in principles of democracy. Here as you can see the role of the government, just look at the headings, okay, main headings of this topic. The first one, to select the national government, okay, but the parliament plays a role, first of all, to select the national government. Later on I will explain it very deeply. Now just look at the second one, to control, guide and inform the government, fine. And the third one is law making. Just look at here with the help of the table below, as you can see, it is also given in your book also. So let us see about which thing, understand this further. Okay, result of 16th Lok Sabha election. Which result? Results of 16th Lok Sabha election, May 2014. Here the political party. Okay, so first we will talk about the national parties. Here the number of the MPs. Here as you can see, Bharatiya Janata Party. Now at present also BJP government is running on in our country India, 282 MPs. Okay, then Communist Party of India, CPI 1. Then Communist Party of India, Marxist, CPM 9. Then Indian National Congress, INC 44. Then which one? Nationalist Congress Party, NCP 6. So here as you can see the different state parties also, regional parties 437, different types of MPs. As you can see here, All India Tribunal Congress 34, All India United Democratic Front 3, Biju Janata Dal BJD 20, Indian National Lok Dal 2, then Indian National Muslim League also, IUMNL 2. These are the short forms also. Then look at here also another state parties, as you can see here. So after it, by grand total, how many number? 543. Grand total is 543. Now got it? It is a result of the Lok Sabha election, and when? May 2014. So student, for today that's it. Later on I will explain very deeply about the role of the parliament. So for today, thank you all of you. Have a nice day ahead.